This show is amazing. What is up, DC fans, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another Doom Patrol video. This is the video every single Friday that I do talking about the brand new episode of whatever it is on the DC Universe streaming platform, but right now it's Doom Patrol, and right now it's a show that I am absolutely loving. We will dive into all of that. Be sure to get down in the comments section below. Did you like this episode? Is it your favorite so far? And let me know what I want to see from you guys. What is your favorite character on this show so far, whether it's a reoccurring character or just a one-off? Let me know that, but right now we're talking Doom Patrol Episode 4. Let's get into this. So in Episode 4, otherwise known as Cult Patrol, Willoughby Kipling conscripts the Doom Patrol into helping him avert the end of the world by stopping a nihilistic cult. And every episode has been so consistent on a tone basis, but inconsistent on what the plot is. I like the inconsistency in that fact because we're not getting a rehash of the same episode and, oh, characters dealing with their troubles and their problems, and that happens throughout the episodes, but they're each centered around something different. Last week it was this evil Nazi villain. This week we're talking about a cult, and some crazy things are happening in this episode. And I say this every week. There's always something crazy that happens, and the characters are like, what in the world is going on? Especially Robot Man, who is, you guys know this if you've been watching my videos, my favorite character in this show. He is so good, and once again, he just continues to prove why it was important to bring Brendan Fraser back into the mainstream, because he's been doing things here and there, but this is really the role for me where I'm like, I have missed him so much, and he is just so good as Robot Man. Is he not incredible as this character? Perfection in terms of casting, but somebody who stood out to me in this episode, who has been a standout, but for some reason I just gravitated more towards him than anyone else. I guess I was just paying more attention to Matt Bomer and how good of an actor he is, because I was watching some behind the scenes things with him earlier on in the week, and I'm just like, where has this guy been in terms of big blockbuster films and big blockbuster television? Really, he is such a good actor who continues to prove why he deserves every role and every job in the world. He is so good, and I think the thing that just gets me about this character is he is just sympathetic towards the people around him. He understands others' issues in terms of what's going on in their life, and especially when the young boy comes in and he's freaking out. His mother just slit his father's throat. He doesn't really know why he's a part of this or why he is really in this world in the first place, and the conversation that Negative Man has with him just really struck me in a way that made me believe Matt Bomer can do anything as an actor, and that moment and those two characters really were really good in this episode. And this episode for me, once again, if I'm going to rank all 4 episodes I have seen so far, I have no clue what is going to be my favorite, because I have enjoyed them all so much. This show is continuing to prove to me why DC took the risk on Doom Patrol, and I like it better than Titans. I like it much better than Titans. I think it's my favorite thing I've seen on the streaming platform so far, and you're talking to a huge fan of Young Justice and what that show did, but this show is just striking me, and it could be the talent in front of the camera, because you rarely see a cast this talented. You rarely see so many incredible actors and actresses doing one particular superhero-esque thing on television as opposed to a movie, but you got that here, and I want to keep enjoying it, because how can this keep up? 4 episodes and a strong 4 for 4 so far. Now let's talk about the plot a little bit. And in comes Willoughby Kipling, who brings a completely new dynamic to this team. He has this Constantine feel to him at times. He's all about magic and the magic world, and he's bringing these really weird elements to an already weird team, and it just brings new interesting dynamics between the characters, the arguments, the conversations, the fact that Cyborg is trying to go in one direction, but then Willoughby is trying to go in a different direction. I loved all of that, the interactions, and the dialogue just continues to keep me engaged. And the jokes that he brought to the table, what was it, Janis Joplin's dental floss, and then the chewing gum, all of that. I'm sitting there cracking up, and this is just so inventive. And then you get into the fact that there is this giant ghost horse head that pops up and starts singing, and they're all standing there wondering, what on God's green earth? And Robot Man's face. I mean, it's so funny because it's literally a robot, so you can't really tell any emotion, but you know this character at this point, and you can just, you can hear what Brendan Fraser is thinking, and then he's just like, what's going on? And everybody's thinking, what's going on? But you buy it. You're invested because this show is so odd and it's already embraced its tone so much. When something like that happens, in a normal show, I'd say, yeah, it's too much. In this show, I'd say, give me more. Bring another horse head. Have them do a duet. Nerdhime, the place that Jane and Robot Man visit, was incredible. I love the set design. I love the look. I even love the cinematography aspect, how they were following the characters throughout the city. Then when the creatures come out to greet them in a "we don't want you here" kind of way, I thought that was great. That entire experience. The only thing that I can really nitpick about this episode is the conflict between Jane and Robot Man. If I do have a nitpick, it is that I wasn't 100% on board. I wasn't necessarily buying what she was saying. Oh my gosh, you beat all those people up and you're so bloody and evil and giant robot. And what he said to her made sense, and then she just shakes it off like, do you really believe that? And Robot Man, for some reason, does not defend his stance. I didn't buy that. That whole conversation, the fact that they were butting heads on that topic, that's the only thing about the episode where I didn't necessarily think that I was 100% there. Otherwise, this is a great episode of television in general, and this is a great episode of Doom Patrol. It's wacky, it's magic, it's science, it's everything you want with this cast of characters, and it leaves you on a cliffhanger. The ultimate cliffhanger is, where is Chief? We're still looking for Chief. Where is he at? But we kind of shoved that to the side in this episode, and now it's about to go down. The giant conflict that was the center of this episode, but is going to carry on into the next one, guys. I'm excited to see where this continues to go, and I love this show so much. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Like I said, I need you in the comments section right now. What is your favorite aspect, your favorite character, your favorite element of this show so far? You are the absolute best. This is, once again, not the only video I'm coming out with today. I already had a Netflix review this morning. I have another Netflix review this evening, and then tonight I am ranking the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Tomorrow, my spoiler review for Captain Marvel, because the review is already on this channel, and then later on, another Netflix review. A lot of Netflix stuff dropping. Don't have enough time for all of it, but you know what? I'm here this weekend. I am binging, I am watching, I'm doing all of those things. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you for everything that you do for me, and I will catch you, ouch, very soon.